Well, it's 1 in the morning, and I can't sleep again. I don't know how hard I tried, really, but um, yeah, I just figured I would try and get this out, just because I've been struggling quite a bit. Um, I definitely have been having a hard time trying to find a direction. Um, I think one of the big things um, is just like how hard it seems to be to find any meaning in doing anything. Um, Definitely the way that I view myself and look at everything is a hard part of that. I'm I don't know what it's like for other people, but I constantly have screaming in my head that I'm a failure, that I'm a fuck up, that I'm a loser, that I'm everything you can think of, and it's loud, uh, like actual screaming in my head. Sometimes memories will flash, and it'll just be like, "You're an idiot," or whatever, and any success or accomplishment that I've ever had, it is only ever seen through like the lens of a failure. So it's only ever something that's not good. Uh, if I look at something that I've done, if it's viewed as something big, like making a lot of money or getting to this level or this achievement or accomplishing this, it's only about how poorly I performed to get there, or how poorly I managed being that successful, or how much I wasted it or squandered it, or how much of an idiot I am for walking away from that or letting it go. And there was never a time while it was happening where I was congratulating myself for any of those things. And I'm sure that a lot of people are like that, but it is like, it makes it hard to want to get back into any kind of accomplishment, uh, just knowing that I'm never going to see it or feel it anyways. And I still am constantly living with this judgment of myself that I'm doing this wrong, or I've already ruined something, or I'm going to make another mistake, or I'm not good enough to be doing this or that. And so right now I've been very stagnant, uh, and it makes it hard even just to achieve um, the basic accomplishments of getting through the day and eating healthy and staying sober. And it's not like staying sober is not hard, um, by itself. It's like, it's not destroying everything that's hard. And the idea of like where is this going? What is and because the problem with all of this is that I'm just delaying the inevitable or like slowing down what's coming and or trying to avoid this failure that is basically just as long away as I put it off, kind of thing. Um, and that all there is basically failure and the gap of me failing slowly towards that failure. So, yeah, I don't know what there is to accomplish at this point. And I definitely don't think that it's anything that I can accomplish just for the sake of myself. And so I don't know what that looks like. Um, I think that living a selfless existence is a good thing and the way to go, but I don't know how easy that is for me to embrace, even on a small scale. Um, I even staying in touch with people is not easy for me, and I don't know that it's good for me to stay isolated, but I do know that it gets hard for me to say the same thing over and over again, that I'm struggling and not okay and things aren't great, especially in these objective scenarios um, where nothing's wrong except like the stuff that's in my head. So I mean, that's a how do you even talk about that? And how do you like it? There's no, it's not an easy thing to have a discussion about because I already know the flip side of the argument. Uh, I know that I should feel good, and I know that I should feel okay, and I know that I should be happy, and I know that I have the things that I want and that I'm looking for, and uh, that if I wanted to not be alone, that I have that option as well to a certain degree. And there's a reasonable argument that there isn't the right person. There's only the person that you choose to make things work with. I don't know that I subscribe to that, but I do think that it's got more weight than I have given it in the past. But struggling to find purpose, and I don't know. Similar to manufacturing health by moving here and eating healthy and being sober, manufacturing purpose by forcing myself to have to work and doing a job and doing these things. I, I don't know that that stops this thing. And I think that this thing seems to be more of a problem for me than it is for some other people, or everybody has the same problem and they just suck it up better, and I don't, because I am just like a very old child that has never had to sort of suck it up, really. I'm sure that there's an argument for that probably has a fair amount of basis. I mean, I could argue that I have sucked up a lot of things, um, but for the most part, I have lived my life however I've decided that day, really. Um, and so there is a reasonable stance that I don't know what it's like to do what everybody else does. I mean, there's a really good chance that I have no idea what it's like for anybody else to live life, because it seems more and more like the way that I live is not how most people live, and that it doesn't necessarily compute very well with other people. And again, I also, at the same time that I'm sitting here doing nothing, struggling to I also judge myself by this metric of accomplishment that I've never given myself credit for. And so I feel like an absolute failure for not having started some kind of business, or not started some online thing, or not having done anything yet. And even if I had, I would still treat myself like I was failing and had not done anything anyways. And so I won't even I won't even know when I'm doing good, because it won't feel any different than this. So there's that. There's that. Yeah. Yeah, who knows? Um, I don't know. Maybe this will help knock something loose. I don't know. Tomorrow's another day. One step closer to winning the lottery. Yeah. One step closer.